Welcome to your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 315. If you're writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing your book, but you're having some challenges finishing it, or perhaps you're at the stage where you need help reaching more readers to let them know about your book, you are in the right place. Good morning. Happy Thursday. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh, also known as Christine Inc., Christine-Inc., like you write with.com. Each day I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 18 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they have the ability to turn a, air quotes, non-author into a published author. No air quotes. Those three things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. "There is no real ending. It's just the place where you stop the story." Frank Herbert. So in a previous episode here of Your Daily Writing Habit, and also a subsequent blog post on my website, Christine-Inc.com, I began rolling out my fiction book blueprint. Just a little backstory. For many years now, I think it's the most popular thing that I do for people is my book blueprint service, where I help people develop and create a complete step-by-step writing plan to write their books. And it's always really focused on nonfiction, and I've adapted it as my fiction clients have come along. But I've never really done an official rollout, to the public outside of the one-on-one work I do with authors. So I started with that blog post and episode here. Again, go to Christine-Inc.com. If you just click, by the way, if you're ever searching for a blog post there, just click on any blog post and you'll see the search bar pop up on the right. So if you just, click on any blog post, look at the search, go to the search bar and just type in, fiction book blueprint, and you will find that blog post. So anyway, today I thought I would start expanding on it a bit, since I know quite a few of you listening are working on novels or thinking about it. In my original post about my fiction book blueprint, I touched on character development. So let's look at that today. I asked the question in that episode and blog post, who are the people in your neighborhood, which means your book, and what do you know about them? The more you know about your characters, the easier it will be to tell their story. So kind of some broad strokes there. So let's take this a step further or two and talk a little bit about character development. Your characters need to be developed in proportion to how much of your story's weight you're giving them to carry. So your characters need to be developed in proportion to how much of your story's weight you're giving them to carry. So if you have a main character who is in nearly every scene of your book, you need to know them pretty much as well as you know yourself. This means developing them to the level so that you know what they would do in situations. And not just the situations within the boundaries of your book, but all situations that perhaps will never show up in your book. It's just that kind of depth of understanding of a human being. The level of development that you do, that'll show up in the little things in your book. So even if you have all this understanding of your character, of what they would do in various life scenarios, and those scenarios never show up in your book, it's going to show up in, like I said, the little things within your book. So they're like their reactions to others, little subtle reactions and dialogue and nuances and subtext. So that's where all your character development will show up. Again, the little things like reactions to others, dialogue, nuances, and subtext. That's where the real magic happens. That's where, like when you read a novel and you walk away and just like, oh my God, I don't want to put this book down. I don't want to close it because I'm in love with these characters. That's because they're most likely really, really extraordinarily developed characters. And the author most likely put a lot of work into that. And again, the author could probably answer questions about the character that have nothing at all to do with the story they wrote. That's character development. So it's worth investing the extra time. Your readers might not notice that they're noticing, but as far as their overall reading experience is concerned, like the, oh my God, I don't want to put this book away, they will know. So some good examples of questions you can ask yourself about your characters would be, how would this person respond in a crisis? How would they act if they had a crush on someone? How would they act if they witnessed an injustice? How would they respond in the face of temptation? And so on and so forth. Let your imagination take over. Character development can be one of the most fun and creative parts of the book writing process, so have fun with it. And stay tuned for future elaborations on my brand new fiction blueprint, brand new in the scheme of things, in the scheme of my author inventions over the years. So stay tuned for future episodes, and I'll continue to do things like this where I'll take that original fiction book blueprint blog post and I'll expand on it. And if you have questions or need help with any part of the book development or writing process, feel free to shoot me an email through my website, christine-ink.com, or drop by my Ink Authors group, and you get lots of people to answer your questions there. Thank you for joining me here and Ink Authors is on Facebook, by the way, Ink Authors on Facebook. And thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I'm helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And if you know someone else who wants to write and finish writing an awesome book, please let them know about this show. Thank you, and until tomorrow, happy writing.